What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at our war, and it is going on as we speak. So we're actually warring right now, but I had to get this video out because it's something that I just, light bulb, just kind of clicked in my head. And I wasn't the only one that had an issue with witches in the clan castle. Typically, witches aren't something that you think of as like, oh, no, I don't want witches. 3 ice golems, especially Town Hall 13, is a I can't stand that. It really slows down the queen charge. But with witches, when you draw them out from the CC and they have a million years to like walk across the base and summon skeletons, they can really cause some fits. So without further ado, let's get into this. But please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go. All right, so we're going to start by taking a look at Papa's attack here on their number 2, I believe. And this is going to be a good prelude to my attack. So as you can see here, the CC is lureable. So what he's going to do is he's going to lure the CC out. He's going to drop the queen here at 9 o'clock, and the queen is going to take forever to get to through the CC troops, because they're going to kind of come towards the balloon that he uses to lure, and then they're going to be coming all the way across the base. And he drops the poison, but the witches themselves aren't in the poison, so they're able to keep summoning skeletons. He's going to waste, I think, a freeze, 2 rages. He's got a jump spell to get her in, and she has to pop her ability, and she ends up going down. So he gets very little value out of the queen. So let's take a look at this here. Balloon comes in, minions and witches. Minions also move a lot faster than the witches themselves. So he's probably going to drop the poison as soon as they get over there. Drops the jump, drops the rage. Queen is going to have to pop her ability here because those witches or those skeletons are doing work. And he's under fire by an expo. So the witches themselves, pops the queen ability, the witches themselves aren't actually in the poison, so they're still able to be full speed. They summon a handful more skeletons. Queen's still going. So she's lost her ability. He's already used a rage. He's used a poison. He's used a jump. He's used a freeze. And the queen is still under a ton of fire. And then the enemy queen's going to step up and take her out. So only 5 or 6, maybe 7 buildings are taken out by the queen, and the queen needs to get quite a bit more than that. So he's going to come in with the dragons, but the queen would have been able to take all this stuff out because he had a good funnel here. The queen would have been able to take all this out, and that's kind of what's left up at the end of the raid. So you can kind of see why luring the CC when you have dragon or when there's witches in it is a bad idea. Using this same knowledge for defense, if you're going to have a CC that's lureable and the other side of the base looks like where the queen would normally charge, it's a good idea to have witches in your CC, because you can just see from right there how much of a fit that gave the queen. If your CC is not easily lureable, I still recommend ice golems, because they're going to slow down P.E.K.K.A. Smash and Yeti Smash a lot better. So we'll fast forward through the rest of this attack here, but I wanted to show you guys this because this is a good prelude to my attack, and kind of the same thing happens. My queen ends up staying alive, but I didn't get the value out of her that I wanted to. I wanted her to take a couple more expos down. I wanted her taking more defenses. I wanted her join the rest of the troops on my push, and none of that happened. So we'll take a look at that here in just a sec. Okay, so we're going to take a look at my attack here, and I'm going to pause it right here. The base I attacked after this, I 3-starred, and it was a base above this. So this was 20. I think I 3-starred 18. So this will be a good example of back-to-back. I'm coming in with the same composition. The composition wasn't the problem. So I'll be able to, I'm going to come in with a hybrid. And the reason I want to come in with a hybrid on this is because you see all these trash buildings on the outside of this base. Typically, I don't bring a P.E.K.K.A, but I wanted to I didn't want to have to think about where the queen was going, so I brought a P.E.K.K.A, and the P.E.K.K.A actually tries to fight and beat and get into this compartment right here, so I don't get much value out of the P.E.K.K.A, so that was some housing space waste. King gets his value here. He takes all these buildings out, and the queen's able to take the jump and get in here. But you're going to see I lure the CC out, and the CC comes over here a little bit, and then they come all the way. They have to come all the way here, and by the time they get there, the witches have plenty of time to summon those skeletons, and it takes me forever to get through that. So the queen, I wanted this all down before I start my hybrid, and I wanted the queen getting onto these defenses and tanking those, and that just doesn't happen. It takes her so long to get through those witches. So let's take a look at that. So Balloon, just to make sure the P.E.K.K.A goes the way I want him to, and the king goes the way I want him to. I really wanted that P.E.K.K.A to come down here and get all this stuff, but that doesn't happen. So P.E.K.K.A's going to beat on this wall. I probably should have went ahead and dropped the jump, but I didn't want the king to take the jump. I should have dropped it here, let that P.E.K.K.A get in there, maybe get a hit or two on those buildings. Not a big deal, though. So I dropped the jump. We got a live war attack going in here. Queen. Everything goes great. I mean, this is one of those things where it was unlucky. So you've got bad plan, you've got bad execution, and you've got luck. And I think I was one of the first attacks in. We didn't know they had witches. So these witches are coming all the way across the map. They summon a bunch of skeletons. And there's a baby dragon there and archers. So you notice I freeze all that up because I get a lot of value out of that freeze. That was a good freeze there. But the witches still aren't in the poison until just now. So I have to drop the siege barracks because I'm at a minute and 45 seconds left in this attack, and the eagle's already starting to come down. And the queen should have been on these X-bows in here already, or at least, you know, this should have been down so the hogs would have stayed over here, and everything kind of just gets spread out. The hogs move a little bit faster than my miners. I popped the Grand Warden ability early because the hogs are coming into the queen, but she's just picking off my hogs, and it just stagnates. The witches coming from that far across the map. The queen's supposed to be tanking. I always say on either side you want either the P.E.K.K.A, the hybrid, or you want the queen taking and tanking on either side of your funnel, and I didn't have that here because the queen took forever. I mean, she's still in this compartment. And everything goes around the town hall. I'm going for the 3-star here. I'm not concerned about a 1-star. If I got a 1-star or 2-star, it didn't matter. This is the beginning of the war, but just an attack that shows you why luring the CC when it's a witch is kind of dangerous, and it's kind of unlucky. You don't know until you know. You don't know until the witch comes out. So we're gonna fast forward through this because this just breaks my heart. And not even really a high percentage 2-star. So it happens. It happens. But redemption. So we're going to take a look at another attack, and this base is actually higher up than the other attack. So the plan is here. I don't know why I brought wall breakers. I didn't really plan to wall break in. I just wanted to maybe if they would get some value, they would get some value. But I wanted to get into this channel here and take out the CC. And so the queen would be able to tank some of these defenses. I'm going to drop the jump in here. Siege barracks over here to take all this trash out, and then hogs and miners right through the middle here, and it just works out perfect. But same CC, there's witches and actually an ice golem in the CC, but I draw the CC out with my queen charge. So you're going to notice the difference on how many how many skeletons are summoned and how much easier it is for me to deal with it. I've got the queen actually takes a hit on this town hall. So I've got the town hall hitting on me. I've got this on me. I've got this on me. And I've got the CC to deal with. And she gets through it like nothing because I'm luring the CC with the queen so they don't have a huge distance to cross to summon those skeletons. So you're going to see the difference here. Let's take a look at this attack. I'm going to use Baby Drag on the left side to funnel. I really only need to get that cannon down preferably, and that army camp. Drop a whiz, which was a waste. I should have waited till that cannon was down. No big deal. A couple balloons to take out that cannon or that cannon tower, so I know the king's going to go up. I pop his ability early. I've learned to do that from making some mistakes on popping his ability too late on advice from my clanmates. Just so he gets as much value as possible. He gets to use that full rage, and, you know, there's a lot of trash out there for him to clear. Queen's coming in. Funnel set. There's a nice, I know there's a gap here between these two buildings, so I know queen's going to go in. I hope. You never know. Drop these wasted wall breakers. That's 10 housing space right there, I gotta say. That's 2 hogs. Got everything on that side funnel that I needed to. I'm going to drop the rage here. Out comes the CC. Let's take a look at this. So, boom. Poison goes down early. So the witches are already poisoned. Already poisoned. So one of the witches is actually just went down to the poison. So I didn't have to deal with that. You see the first attack, how long it took me to get through that? And I've still got a minute, well over a minute left. I hit this attack pretty hard, so everything goes pretty fast. I'm dropping the heal early. I'm dropping another heal. I'm not wasting, I'm like mad at this point. So I'm like, I'm keeping all these hogs alive, keep them pushing through, keep the miners going through, out come the CC hogs. Queen's on the other side, she steps up, doesn't even need that jump. I probably could have saved that jump for over here. No big deal, everything's moving through. Grand Warden ability to protect some of this for my last kind of heal. Plenty of troops. Pekka's over there keeping everything inside. Plenty of troops moving through. That multi goes down, which is the last of the major defenses. Queen's going to bust out of this wall, and she's going to be able to take all this over here. And that is the difference. My Queen's able to get a lot more ability. She's able to take out the town hall, beat through that wall, do all of that. Just because I didn't lure the CC, I'm taking it and, you know, I'm just charging the CC and getting it out with my Queen. So that's just one thing. I know this is like a lot of these channels are going over comps and things like that, and we're going to do some of that as well. But the little things, the little mistakes and things, if you guys can learn from me and, you know, our clan, I think it'll help you guys out a lot. So please comment. I want to know how you guys are liking these videos. I know they're a little bit more specific, but please comment, and it'll really help out a lot. So appreciate it, guys. All right, thanks guys for watching. I'll have some more videos coming up for Clan War Leagues. I'm going to be doing all of our 3-stars. So I'm going to be highlighting all of our 3-star attacks and Clan War Leagues with their coming up. I'm super excited. Public service announcement, guys. Barbarians got another level. So upgrade your Barbarians ASAP because that's going to help your king, okay? Until next time, guys. Again, hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.